the visionaries who redefined the future. Throughout history, certain individuals have stood out not just for their wealth but for their ability to reshape industries, redefine human potential, and inspire generations. These are not just billionaires, they are pioneers, visionaries, and relentless innovators who dared to challenge the status quo. From revolutionizing transportation and space travel to transforming the way we communicate and interact with technology. These figures have proven that success is not merely about financial gains. It is about resilience, bold thinking, and an unwavering commitment to a greater vision. Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Austin Russell, and Bobby Murphy are prime examples of such trailblazers. Each of them embarked on a journey filled with challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt, yet, through perseverance, faced risks, and groundbreaking ideas, they not only built billion-dollar empires but also left an indelible mark on the world. What sets these individuals apart? Is it their intelligence, their work ethic, or their ability to foresee trends before others? Perhaps it is all of these factors combined, along with a mindset that refuses to accept limits. Their stories serve as more than just tales of financial triumph. They are powerful lessons in innovation, ambition, and the courage to defy conventional wisdom. As we inquire into their journeys, we uncover the principles that drive extraordinary success, principles that anyone, regardless of background, can adopt to create a lasting impact. 1. Elon Musk, unlimited inspiration. I don't remember exactly when I first heard about Elon Musk, but one thing is certain, from that very moment, I was captivated by his life story. Musk is not just a billionaire or a successful entrepreneur. He embodies the spirit of relentless innovation and the courage to challenge the limits of humanity. I once read that Elon Musk was born on June 28, 1971, in Pretoria, South Africa. He grew up in a challenging environment. His parents divorced. He was alienated by friends, and he was frequently bullied. I can't imagine a lonely boy who spent most of his time reading books and learning to program from a very young age. This makes me wonder, was it this very difference that made him a genius later in life? At the age of 12, he sold a video game called Blaster for $500. When I think about that, I realize that Musk's childhood was not just a series of hardships but also the foundation for the creativity and resilience he has demonstrated throughout his life. I admire the way Musk refused to accept his fate. He decided to leave South Africa, moved to Canada in 1989, and then made his way to the United States. I believe this was a major turning point in his life. Not only did he study at the University of Pennsylvania, but he also graduated with 2 bachelor's degrees, one in physics and one in economics. This was the moment I started to realize that Elon Musk was not just a genius but also someone with an insatiable thirst for knowledge. Musk did not choose an easy path. After dropping out of his PhD program at Stanford, he co-founded Zip2 with his brother Kimball Musk, a digital mapping platform for newspapers. Reading about this phase, I understood that success never comes immediately. Musk worked tirelessly, even sleeping under his desk, until the company was eventually sold for $307 million. But what impressed me the most was that he didn't stop there. With the money from Zip2, Musk founded X.com, a fintech company that later became PayPal, the globally popular online payment platform. When eBay acquired PayPal for $1.5 billion, I thought he could have stopped there and enjoyed a luxurious life. But no, that was just the beginning. Many people mocked Musk when he invested in Tesla, but I believe he always saw things that others couldn't. When Tesla was on the brink of bankruptcy, he used his own money to save the company. Seeing the launch of each new Model S and Model 3, I understood that Musk didn't just want to run a business, he wanted to change the world. I have never seen anyone think as big as Musk. When he founded SpaceX in 2002, no one believed that a private company could conquer space. Consecutive rocket launch failures nearly bankrupted him. But instead of giving up, he persisted, and eventually, Falcon 1 became the first privately developed rocket to reach orbit. I truly admire the fact that today SpaceX is developing the Starship system with the goal of taking humans to Mars. Lessons I've learned from Elon Musk. Don't be afraid of failure. Failure is an option here. If things are not failing, you are not innovating enough. Work harder than others. I once read that he works 80 to 100 hours per week. If a billionaire still works that hard, how can we allow ourselves to be lazy? Dare to set big goals. You want to do things that make a big impact. Not just something that improves by 10%. Persevere until the end, when something is important enough. Even if the odds are against you, you should still do it. Looking back at Elon Musk's journey, I see that he was not a genius destined for success. He has failed, been rejected, and stood on the brink of bankruptcy. But it was his determination and never give up spirit that made him someone who changed the world. Whenever I face difficulties in life, I think about Elon Musk's story. He has taught me that if you have passion, determination, and no fear of failure, you can achieve anything. Elon Musk is not just a billionaire, he is a symbol of perseverance, creativity, and bold thinking. 2. The journey from a Harvard dorm room to the Facebook empire. One afternoon in 1996, in the town of White Plains, New York, a 12-year-old boy with messy brown hair sat intently in front of an old computer. Mark Zuckerberg's small hands moved swiftly across the keyboard, his eyes lighting up each time a line of code executed correctly. "Dad, I just created a messaging program for your clinic," Mark excitedly called out. His father, Edward Zuckerberg, walked in, glanced at the screen, and smiled proudly. "Son, you're truly talented. Maybe we should call it ZuckNet." Though it was just a simple software for family communication, ZuckNet was the first proof of Mark's intelligence and passion for technology. His parents quickly recognized their son's extraordinary talent and hired a private programming tutor to guide him. In the fall of 2002, on the Harvard University campus, young Mark Zuckerberg stepped into his small dorm room, placed his laptop on the desk, and began typing lines of code. "Mark, what are you working on?" Dustin Moskovitz, Mark's roommate, asked as he saw him glued to the screen. "I just had an idea. We could create a website for Harvard students to connect with each other, a social network exclusively for our school." Mark replied, his eyes full of excitement. A few weeks later, FaceMash was born. It was a website that compared Harvard students' photos based on attractiveness. Within hours of its launch, thousands of students accessed the site, overloading the university's servers. However, Harvard soon shut down FaceMash for violating privacy policies. Instead of being discouraged, Mark realized the potential of a true social networking platform. "If we can connect Harvard, why not connect the entire world?" he thought. In February 2004, in that small dorm room, Mark, along with Dustin Moskovitz, Eduardo Saverin, Andrew McCollum, and Chris Hughes, launched the Facebook. Initially, the site was exclusive to Harvard students, but it quickly expanded to other universities. One evening, Eduardo walked into the room with a surprised expression. "Mark, do you know, we've gained over 100,000 users in just a few months." Mark looked up from his computer screen, his eyes gleaming. "This is just the beginning, Eduardo. We're going to take Facebook global." With a $12.7 million investment from Excel Partners in 2005, Facebook grew rapidly. By 2006, the platform opened to the public and introduced the news feed, making it easier for users to stay updated with their friends. Under Mark's leadership, Facebook became one of the most influential tech companies in the world. However, success came with challenges. In 2009, Eduardo Saverin sued Mark over ownership rights, causing their friendship to fall apart. When asked about the lawsuit in an interview, Mark calmly responded, "I didn't build Facebook to make money. I built it to create connections." Facebook also faced controversies regarding privacy and user data. Despite these challenges, Mark remained steadfast in his vision. The world is better when it is more open and connected. Lessons from Mark Zuckerberg. Act on your ideas immediately. Ideas are worthless unless you actually execute them. Embrace risks. The biggest risk is not taking any risk. Persist through difficulties. I always look toward the future and never stop moving forward. create value for others. My goal was never just to build a company, but to create a meaningful impact. Never stop learning. Anyone can learn to code. It teaches you how to think. Mark Zuckerberg's journey is not just the story of a college student passionate about programming. It is a testament to creativity, perseverance, and bold thinking. From an idea born in a dorm room, Facebook became one of the most powerful tech giants, transforming the way billions of people communicate. I believe Mark's story is a powerful inspiration for young people. If you have an idea, don't hesitate to pursue it. If you face challenges, don't give up, because who knows, you might just create the next Facebook. From tech prodigy to America's youngest billionaire. Austin Russell was born on March 14, 1995, in Newport Beach, California. From an early age, he displayed exceptional intelligence and a deep passion for technology. At just 2 years old, Austin learned to read by studying encyclopedias on his own. By the age of 10, he was assembling computers and diving into programming. At 13, while other kids his age were still engrossed in video games, Austin invented a smart irrigation system based on sensors to help his family conserve water. This invention made his parents and teachers realize his extraordinary abilities. As a teenager, Austin became fascinated with LiDAR technology, a sensor system that uses laser beams to measure distances and help self-driving cars see their surroundings. He noticed that existing LiDAR systems were expensive and bulky, and he saw an opportunity to revolutionize the industry. In 2012, at the age of 17, Austin was accepted into Stanford University to study physics. However, just 6 months later, he made the bold decision to drop out and pursue his entrepreneurial dreams. Thanks to a Thiel Fellowship grant from billionaire Peter Thiel, which supports exceptional students who drop out to start businesses, Austin founded Luminar Technologies with the mission of transforming LiDAR technology for autonomous vehicles. The early days were anything but difficulties. Austin worked tirelessly in the lab, developing a more efficient, compact, and affordable LiDAR system. He personally researched and engineered key components, optimizing every detail to ensure the product could be successfully implemented in real-world applications. After years of persistence and experimentation, in 2017, Luminar Technologies officially unveiled its breakthrough LiDAR system. The technology quickly gained interest from major automotive companies, including Volvo, Daimler, and Toyota. By 2020, Luminar went public on the Nasdaq Stock Exchange, making Austin Russell the youngest billionaire in the United States at just 25 years old. With a net worth of $2.4 billion, overcoming challenges on the path to success, Austin Russell's journey was not always smooth. He faced skepticism from industry experts, pressure from investors, and numerous challenges in perfecting his product. However, through persistence, innovation, and long-term vision, he overcame all obstacles and turned Luminar into a leader in the self-driving car industry. In an interview, Austin shared, "Success doesn't come from following the usual path. You have to be brave enough to step out of your comfort zone. Entrepreneurship is not for the weak. You need a strong belief in what you're doing. If you want to change the world, find a big problem and solve it in a way no one has ever done before." Austin Russell is a prime example that success doesn't require following a traditional path. From a tech-obsessed boy, he self-taught, researched independently, and built a billion-dollar company, reshaping the future of self-driving technology. His story serves as a powerful inspiration for young people. If you have a passion, a willingness to take risks, and unwavering persistence, you can achieve extraordinary things. 4. The journey from a quiet boy to the co-founder of Snapchat. One quiet afternoon in Berkeley, California, Bobby Murphy, a boy of Filipino descent, sat alone in front of an old computer. He was never the loudest in the room, nor the most outgoing. Instead, he was the kind of kid who preferred exploring and building things rather than talking. "Bobby, what are you doing?" his mother asked, watching him with curiosity. "I'm trying to write a piece of code," If it works, it will make this website respond faster, he replied, his eyes never leaving the screen. From a young age, Bobby Murphy loved programming and technology. His passion was not just a way to escape the noise of the world, but also the path that would later lead him to success. In 2006, Bobby was accepted into Stanford University, where he pursued a degree in computer science. During his time there, he met Evan Spiegel, a bold thinker with big ideas but lacking programming skills. The two quickly became close friends and collaborated on multiple projects. One day, in their Stanford dorm room, Evan turned to Bobby and said, "I have a crazy idea, a messaging app where messages disappear after being read. What do you think?" Bobby frowned, looking at Evan with curiosity. "Sounds interesting, but who would want to use it? We won't know until we try." And so, Bobby started coding the application that would later become Snapchat. In 2011, Bobby Murphy and Evan Spiegel launched Snapchat, the world's first messaging app with disappearing messages. However, few people believed it could succeed. "This app is useless. Who would want to send messages that disappear?" one investor remarked. But Bobby believed in what they were building. He continued refining the code, optimizing speed and security, making Snapchat smoother and more enjoyable. Day by day, the app started gaining traction, especially among young users. Within just 2 years, Snapchat exploded in popularity, attracting millions of users worldwide. Facebook offered to buy Snapchat for $3 billion. But Bobby and Evan declined. "Why would we sell? We can go even further," Bobby insisted. Despite becoming a billionaire, Bobby remained humble and reserved. He avoided the spotlight of the media and instead dedicated time to philanthropy, supporting technology education initiatives. During a startup event where he met students, Bobby shared his insights. "Don't be afraid when people say your idea is stupid. Great things often start with crazy ideas. You don't need to talk too much, just take action. Let your product speak for itself. Not everyone gets a second chance. So give your all to your first opportunity." Bobby Murphy is not only a brilliant tech mind but also proof that success doesn't require being loud or flashy. He quietly built one of the most popular apps in the world, inspiring millions of young people. His story carries a powerful message for the next generation. Stay persistent. Believe in yourself, and let your work, not just your words, define your value.